Have you got some of these? Fur babies. Or maybe you've got Puss in Boots. I don't know. Dogs, cats. Now, there's been some changes, and it looks like the animal health certificate is no more. It's gone. Ceased to be. Bye-bye health certificate. Now there's going to be some big changes coming into place when it comes to taking your little pets into Europe with you. But we're going to go through that, and we'll tell you what's going on. All of our dogs have got pet passports. European pet passports that we got from Ireland. We went over from Liverpool to Ireland to obtain the pet passports. Now, to do this, you've got to go over with the dog or the cat. You've got to register them with the vets, go and see them, go through the process, get the rabies injection, get the passport. It does come at a cost, and go from there. There was another way. The animal health certificate, well known in the UK as the let's rip off the people with animals that want to go abroad in the camper van or motorhome or go to the second holiday house. Veterinary surgeons have been bending us over and going in dry. That's been happening for a while now. Thanks Brexit, you've done us proud. Anyway, there's been some changes because that useless guy who runs the country, I think he's called the Prime Minister, that's him. Now, we left the European Union quite some time ago. Apparently 52% of the UK voted to leave. Yeah, of course they did. And all the Americans voted to get Trump in as well. So what's happened today, as well as screwing over the fishermen and basically buggering all the British farmers, they've done a few other things. They're allowing younger people, which is not me, under 30s, sucks to be older, they can go into Europe for a little bit longer now. We don't know what the actual outcome of it is, but that's happening. Now, there's going to be some changes to the animal health certificate. They're stopping it. You are now going to need, and we think, we don't know all the details on it, but we think that is going to be from this summer coming. So there's basically going to be a reintroduction of the EU passports in the UK, who are not in the EU, but you can get an EU passport in the UK for your dogs to go to Europe. So technically what that means is that your dogs can stay in Europe for as long as they like, but you can't. Now, the other way, the way it's been since Brexit, is that you went and got an animal health certificate, and that allowed you to take your animal into Europe for one trip only, come back out of Europe. That's what it was. And it went from anywhere from £90 to £250 per animal. Yeah, like I said before, vets, they got it good. What does this mean to the people who have got pets? Well, it basically means that you've got to keep your eye on the situation right now, from today, on what's going on if you're taking your animal into Europe, because we don't know whether it's going to come into force tomorrow. We don't know whether it's going to come into force next month, but we know 100% it's coming into force. Now, let's talk about vaccines. So as it stands right now, your dog needs a valid EU rabies shot every 3 years. The rabies injection has got to go on the pet passport to prove that it's been done. Now, it's got to be an EU approved vet in an EU approved country given an EU approved vaccine. With the UK not being in the EU and the vets not being in the EU, they're just going to allow the vets not in the EU to give out vaccines for the EU. Make sense? Complete. We don't know whether there's going to be a European passport, and we don't know whether there's going to be a British passport for animals like it used to be. They used to have their own little passport like this, and you could go wherever they liked within Europe. It was fine. Now, the reintroduction of the passport is a good thing. I'm not knocking it, I'm not saying it's bad. They're just changing the rules. That's what they do. The politicians, they just take the goalposts and they keep moving them. Make sure that you keep up to date with your pet passports, because if you're going away anytime soon, you could find, and I'm not saying that it will happen, but the animal health certificate mightn't be valid when you enter into Europe. Like I said, we don't know when these are going to be coming into place, but as from today, the deal has been signed where they're changing the rules. There's a couple of countries out there that are in Europe, but they kind of go, we're in, but we'll do our own thing, thank you. But we'll take the benefits from being in there. Now, Switzerland are not in the Schengen zone, but they do have their own style of European passports for their animals. And basically what that means is that the Swiss say that our animals are fine, don't you worry about it, it's all good, you don't need to worry, we're in Europe, we're not following your rules, but it's all good. And Europe just go, okay, no problem. We're hoping that's going to be the case with the UK. Because of what's happened today, because of all the agreements they've done and things like that, it looks like people in motorhomes and people who are taking their pets away to their second villas in Benidorm and things like that, it's going to be a lot easier, and it's also going to be a lot cheaper. We don't know the price of the pet passports. They used to be around about £90. Now, you are still going to need tapeworm for certain countries. You are still going to need your dog to be microchipped before you can even get a passport. Your animal will have to be microchipped. The same as it is if you're going to get an animal health certificate. That's the same. So, big changes coming to the UK. Camper vans and motorhome people, which that's what we are, it's a bit of a bonus. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, 1, because it's important, 2, because it's important, and 3, it's kind of important. There has been some talk on the old into Googles, on various platforms like the Facebook, like the Twitter, or the X as the cool kids call it, and it's coming out with a lot of backhanded rubbish. People are saying one thing, people are saying another thing. Nobody actually knows. As of the 19th of May, which is when the sign has been done on the paperwork to the EU, no one knows right now. We just know there's going to be changes. Now, even though it's being reinstated, there could be, possibly, maybe, we don't know, a transition phase where if you have got an animal health certificate, it might still be honoured to go into Europe. They might decide to just go nil point, be prepared for it. If you have got your animal health certificates, well, it kind of sucks to be you, because you're going to have to pay out some more money. So basically, whether you've got 1, 2, 3 or even 4 dogs, make sure you keep your little eyes on the internet, on the news, ask some questions, go and type into Google what's going on, because as of now, as of today, we still don't know what's going on. But make sure that you do your due diligence, make sure you know what's going on, because it all could literally change within a blink of an eye. Honestly, it could, and we wouldn't want your holiday in the summer getting ruined for the sake of the UK bending the rules, going down back alleys and changing the goalposts again. You're informed, you know what's going on, you know what's coming, keep your eyes out and get yourself into Europe with your animal and have some fun.